So today we are going to talk about crystalline lens. Crystalline lens, which is present in our eyeball, is one of the refractive media, a very important refractive media which consists of about 19 diopter of power, refractive power. So crystalline lens is one of the refractive media. Why it is called a refractive media? Why it is having a 19 diopter of refractive power? So here we need to understand. So for example, this is our crystalline lens. So whenever the light comes from infinity, it will bend somewhere, and the ability of bending the light which comes from infinity by the crystalline lens is phenomena which is called refraction. So here crystalline lens is having the ability to refract the light. That is why it is one of the refractive media, and which consists about 19 diopter of the refractive power. Now what we have to understand here, that crystalline lens are having some parts, further parts. So first and foremost part of our crystalline lens is the anterior capsule. Anterior capsule. Then we have crystalline lens epithelium or anterior epithelium. Then we have lens fibers. Okay. Now one by one we will see the parts in the diagrammatic structures. So this is our crystalline lens which is present. Let us make one diagram, then it is very possible to understand by everyone that suppose this is our eyeball. Somewhere with the help of suspensory ligament the lens is placed. So this particular lens is magnified here, and this lens are having an anterior capsule here which will give a first and foremost property is protection. Anterior capsule. Now this anterior capsule, the purpose of anterior capsule here to be placed, because after the anterior capsule we have epithelium. So as we know that every epithelia needs a basal lamina, that means that every epithelium have to be placed somewhere for the support. So this capsule will gives a purpose of basal lamina, and this will give support to the epithelium. After that epithelium we have a number of lens fibers which are present. Lens fiber which are present here, which is a kind of protein. So this lens fiber are also further divided into two parts, the peripheral zone and the central zone. So the peripheral zone are these areas, these two areas, and central zone is this. Now the peripheral zone is known as cortex, and the central zone is known as nucleus. So crystalline lens is having an anterior capsule which act as a basal lamina, from where it will goes to the support, to gives a support to the anterior epithelium. After that we have a number of lens fibers which are actual proteins. The peripheral zone of the lens fibers are known as cortex, central zone lens fiber are known as nucleus. So this whole structure does not have any kind of blood supply. So this crystalline lens get its nutrition for the survival by the help of glycolysis. So glycolysis pathway, HMP shunt or Krebs cycle, that is TCA cycle, these are the biochemical changes which will give a nutrition, an excretion and a survival for the metabolism to the crystalline lens here, because there is no blood supply present here. Now this crystalline lens, why God has given this crystalline lens in this place, which is attached somewhere with the suspensory ligament? Because of only one property, which is called accommodation. Accommodation. Now what is accommodation? What do you understand by accommodation? Because the major purpose of the crystalline lens is accommodation. So let us see how it plays with the accommodation. So here I am not going to talk about a Goldstein model of accommodation or any kind of theory postulates, only just giving you the concept of accommodation here. Suppose this is our ciliary body, this is our iris, and this particular area, which is called suspensory ligament, hold the lens. The very similar structure also here also in the below. So whenever the person wants to focus a nearby object, he or she have to play the accommodation. Now how the accommodation plays? As this crystalline lens are connected with this suspensory ligament, or you can say the ciliary jonules, suspensory ligament, which is directly connected with the ciliary body. Now the contraction of the ciliary body here, or the ciliary muscles, ciliaris. So as I told you that in my previous sessions, that these are the longitudinal, radial and circular muscles which are present in the ciliary body, which help in the accommodation. So this ciliaris muscle will contract and give relaxation to this particular suspensory ligament. And after that, the lens will change its shape. So there are three types of particular changes. First one is state of relaxation, normal, accommodate. For example, if a person is accommodating, so the lens will completely bulge. Completely bulge. So when the lens will completely bulge, this will be the state of accommodation. Now the second state is the normal, and the third state is relax, which is very narrow. Now how will you correlate with this muscularly action? So for example of this, I would like to give you an example of biceps. Suppose when you are showing the biceps here, so when you will show the bicep, so there will be a bulge. So when you will show the bicep to anyone, there will be a bulge in this arm section. And when there will be a relaxation, there will be a normal. Now what here to understand, that when we bulge, that means when we constrict, this muscle will bulge out. That means this will shrink. This will shrink. Okay? But when you relax, this will tighten up. So in most of the books, the concept of accommodation is very confusing and not able to understand that what happens when there will be an accommodation play a role, what happens to the ciliaris, what happens to the suspensory ligament, what happens to the crystalline lens. So here the basic concept of understanding this with the help of the biceps. So whenever you will constrict the bicep, whenever you are showing the bicep, there will be a contraction in the muscle. So whenever the contraction of the muscle takes place, there is a bulging. That means the suspensory ligament will fold up. That means when it constrict, it going to be folded. When it relax, it going to be straighten up. So this is what about accommodation, which is the major role of crystalline lens in order to focus any object. And this accommodation plays a very important role, in which there are a number of theories and postulates, as I told you, like Goldstein model of accommodation and all. You can able to see in the books. So this is all about crystalline lens function, crystalline lens composition. So here one thing I want to tell you, that if we talked about the biochemical composition, if we go to the biochemistry, that means a biochemical composition of the crystalline lens. So one thing we need to understand here, that 70% of the crystalline lens is made up of water, and 30% of the crystalline lens is made up of protein. So this is the biochemical composition in which all the glycolysis pathway, Krebs cycle and HMP shunt will take place to perform the metabolic activity of the crystalline lens in order to survive, because it does not have any blood supply. And accommodation is the major role of the crystalline lens, which I have explained to you. Thank you.